Hi everyone, welcome to Liv Aligned Pilates and welcome back to your 25-day Pilates challenge. So today we have a full body Pilates flow using the ankle weights if you have any. If you don't, that's absolutely fine. You can do this body weight only. All you need is yourself and a space to move. So let's get started in a kneeling tabletop position. So on the hands and knees. Stacking your joints, your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. And we're going to stretch through the side of the body. So looking over to one side of your mat as you lower your torso to the opposite direction. Coming through the center and over to the other side. So feeling that lovely stretch up the side of your body as you sway from one side of your mat to the other. We're going to roll through the spine, so making some nice big circles, rounding, swaying off to the other side of the mat, and then arching through the back. Swaying off to one side of your mat, rounding through your back, swaying to the other side of your mat, and then arching through the spine. One more in this direction. Making sure you're tucking your chin towards your chest as you round. And then let's reverse, going the opposite direction. Nice big barrel rolls through the spine. Breathe with the movement. That's it, one more here. And then settling into a flat tabletop position through your spine. Let's come into our leg extensions. Lift and extend one leg behind you. Really reach through those toes. And then lower your knee down. Alternating to the other leg, extend and lower. So let's think about pressing those hands down into the floor. We press down through each fingertip, our knuckles, our palms, evenly distributing the weight. Our arms are nice and active as if we're trying to split our mat in half. We have a slight rounding through our upper back and a lift through our core. Finally, we think about keeping our hips shining down evenly towards the floor and feeling that nice squeeze through the back of your leg and hamstring and glute as your leg lifts up. So lots to think about. Don't worry if that all sounded too much, just keep moving the body. Now, if you would like to add on another layer, extend your leg. Example, extend your right leg out behind you. Keep it nice and straight and then open it out to the right side of the mat. See if you can tap the floor beside your mat. Lift back up behind your body and then lower the knee down. Other side, extend your left leg. Keep your left leg nice and straight. Tap out to the left side of your mat. Back behind you, directly behind you. And then draw the knee down. So you'll feel your obliques, the sides of your body, working hard to keep you centered as your leg extends out and to the side. We're trying not to change the position of our spine too much, so just keeping it in a neutral position and thinking about using the muscles through our core and legs to control that movement. Now, if you really want to amp up the challenge, extend your opposite arm out overhead. Keep reaching with your arm as your toe taps. Keep reaching as your leg returns behind you, and then lower everything down. Extend the opposite arm, hold it there, side tap, return, lower down. You've got it. Working with any of the layers that suit you today and leaving out anything that doesn't work for you. Beautiful. Let's do one more to each side. That's it. And last one. Good job. Come on down. Let's lower to our right side and move on to some side lying work. So we're going to come to the elbow and forearm. Have your knees bent and your feet in line with the rest of your body. Reaching your arm out in front of you. We're lifting up, opening our knee, opening our arm to the ceiling, closing everything down, and then lower the hips. Lift, open, lower, down. That's it. So feel that lift happening through the right side of your waist and pressing away through your right supporting side, so your arm, shoulder, and supporting leg. Beautiful. 2 more here. Good, and last one. Lift, open up, close, and lower the hip. Come all the way down into your hand with your head and extend your top leg nice and long. Keeping your toes pointed, you're sweeping your leg forward. Then you're flexing your foot, driving the heel all the way back. Point the toes, sweep forward, flex, sweep it back, big squeeze through the back of your glute, aiming to keep your leg up in line with your hip here as you move through that leg sweep. Now you can have your hand lightly on the floor in front of you for support, or you can bring your hand onto your hip to take away that support. Really think about pulling back through your abs here. Good, trying your best not to let that leg lower down any lower than hip height. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep your leg back. You can place your hand back down in front of you if you like. We're going to draw some big rainbows up and over with our big toe. So everything else through the body stays nice and still. Just from the glute down is where that movement is happening. Nice big arch up and over, up and over. Lots of control needed for this class today. Four more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Let's come down onto our back. Moving through some supine abs, hands behind the head, elbows wide, and we just have our knees bent and feet flat on the floor, about hip distance apart. So let's curl up and over to the right side, extending your left arm, and then come back down to the other side. Curl over to the left, extend your right arm. So we're taking that oblique variation of our ab curl, feeling that nice reach and rotation. Good, we think about our armpit drawing across and over to the opposite hip each time we curl over. Keep that breath consistently flowing in and out. You've got another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring your head down and reach your arms to the sky. Just shrug those shoulders down your mat. Now let's imprint our lower back. So draw our lower back down towards the floor. Secure it strong with your core. Float your right leg to tabletop. Keep everything nice and still as you float your left leg to tabletop. Place your right foot down. Place your left foot down. Take a breath in and start again. This time lift your left leg to tabletop. Lift your right leg. Lower the left. Lower the right. So we've got a pattern here. We just lift, lift, lower, lower. And as we move through this tabletop leg lift exercise, we think about keeping everything super strong through the midsection. So even if your back doesn't like imprinting, so you don't love pressing your back down against the mat, you can keep a more neutral position as long as you feel minimal movement through the spine and the core as those legs float up and down. I like to think about melting my ribs down towards my hips, especially when both legs are off the floor. We're going to do this one more time and leave our legs in tabletop now. Clasping the hands behind the head, elbows wide once again. Let's do another round of oblique curls. This time with our feet in tabletop, our legs in tabletop. If that doesn't work for you, you can always place your feet back down on the floor for support. Exhale as you curl and twist. Inhale to bring it back. And again. Now, if you want a little more from here, just extend your opposite leg as you curl up and over. Coming into your crisscross. That's it. Let's go for 5. 4, really reach over. 3, 2, and last one, big curl up and over, good job, head down, hug on towards your knees and just rock side to side. Crossing your ankles, take a few rock and rolls up and down the length of your spine. One more here. And bring yourself all the way up to seated, swinging your legs around and lying on your second side. So coming to your elbow and forearm, extending your top arm out in front of you, we lift the hips, we open the arm and the top knee, we close, we lower the hips. Lift, open, close, hips lower down. Pressing out of this bottom shoulder, lifting through the underside waist. And really breaking down the movement, so we have to hold that oblique side plank a little bit longer. You've got another 4, 3, you can do it, stay with me. That's it. 2. And last one, big open, close, and lower, and you get to lower all the way down now. Extending your top leg long, up in line with your hip. Taking your leg sweep, sweeping your pointed toe forward. Flexing and sweeping your heel back. Good, keep moving through here. Keeping the abs drawing back. You know the drill. Everything from the first side, implementing it into this second side. You can bring your hand onto your hip for that more challenging option. Good, let's go for another 3, 2, 1. Sweep your leg back in line with your body, pointing your toe now for your rainbow leg, lifting up and over, up and back. Nice and slow here. We're making sure that we're not just kicking the leg up and down. We're really controlling the lift and the lower. Lift and lower. You have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Incredible. Lying down onto your back. Let's take a quick glute stretch. So we'll do both sides. You can start with whichever side you need to, crossing one ankle over the opposite knee, finding your figure 4 stretch. This might be enough. You might need to draw your legs in towards you a little closer to deepen the stretch. I'm just slowing down the breath here for a moment. Relaxing into that stretch. Switching to the other side. Beautiful. Hugging both knees into your chest once again, taking another few rock and rolls up and down the spine. Last one here. Bring yourself all the way up to seated. Okay, last exercise for class. Stepping your feet out hip distance apart with a softer bend through your knees. Bringing your hands behind you with your fingertips pointing out to the sides of the room. Coming into a reverse tabletop. So we open the chest, draw the shoulders down and back, engage through our core, squeeze our glutes, lift the hips up. Your gaze can be forward or up to the ceiling, whatever works for you. And then lower your hips down nice and slowly towards the mat. And again, squeeze those glutes, drive through the floor, lift your hips up, up, up. Engage through your core, and then lower it down. You want to think that your torso is like a plank of wood, lifting up, straight up, and lowering down. 2 more here, big squeeze, and lower. Last one, we're going to hold. We're going to lift one leg to tabletop and lower, alternate, lower. Keep going here. You can rest whenever you need to and reset, totally up to you. So good, 2 more on each side. 1, 1, you've got it, 2, 2, good job. Lower your hips down to the floor, extending your legs nice and long. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, take a forward fold. You can have as much of a bend in your knees as you need. Taking a more passive variation, just rounding through the spine, tucking the chin towards the chest. Deep breaths here. One last inhale. Exhale. Roll yourself up to seated. Find a cross-legged position or any other position that is comfortable for you. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist right hand to left knee. Drawing yourself around to look to the back of your mat. Coming to the other side, inhale, reach. Exhale, left hand to right knee. Back to the center on an inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down to the center of your chest. Good job, everyone. You are all done. Good job, everyone. I truly hope you enjoyed this workout. And if you did, make sure to like the video and subscribe to Liv Aligned Pilates. I upload new workouts every week. If you are enjoying this 25-day challenge, make sure to follow the playlist. It is linked in the description below. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.